Anyways, welcome back, guys, to the PKMN-id Trainer Circuit 2017 on the last chance qualifier. My name is Hashegi right here, and I'm going to be your caster for this final game on the fifth Swiss round with my analyst Taufik Wiradarmo.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Pico. I'm going to be at the Analyst today.
Right. So we have been confirmed that one of the players will be Amabon, the winner from the first round that you have watched on the stream. It's
quite strong.
Qualified. It's qualified for the tomorrow's final grand final.
Yeah, so players have to watch out for his threat, which is the
Orang Guru
and Wishiwashi.
Washi.
But there's still a possibility that he will change his team.
Yes, there's a possibility he will change his team because his team doesn't lock. His team does not lock onto that one Pokemon
but
on that team.
I think we have to stop to talk about the past. Now we have the future or the present, which is Paramitha versus Frendi. So yeah, I think I have some information about both of this player. Paramitha or Mita is the will be on the right side. She ranked in 75 because she actually only have participated in one tournament, which is the last tournament, and she actually nearly caught that last tournament, just failing because her Arcanine doesn't have the extreme speed. And actually she also she started playing in 2016, and in 2016 she also took the top 4 title of Gardevoir Cup, which is the PKMN-id's all-female VGC competition. So yeah, Paramitha herself is a really strong player. But what do you have about Frendi, Hashegi?
And so yeah, Frendi we have from Pangkal Pinang, which is pretty far from here, Jakarta.
Yes,
it's
that's
around
really cool.
2-hour flight to Pangkal Pinang, and we really appreciate for his effort to come to this tournament, especially it's just for fun, a tournament for fun, and of course the prestige as well. He came to Jakarta and joined the tournament, of course, and only from the online qualifier he actually ranked 40th.
Yeah,
and he's been participating on the VGC scene since 2014.
Yeah, so Frendi is actually a senior player, not senior in the division, but I mean have been playing for a long time. But I think soon we will be able to connect to the stream.
I think we should be connected to the stream in a moment.
Is it?
And we have on the team preview on the left hand side Frendi with his Garchomp, Kartana, Tapu Koko, Porygon Z. Is it Porygon Z?
Yeah, of
It's
course.
Porygon 2. It's Porygon 2. It's supposed to be Porygon 2, yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be Porygon 2, Hariyama, and also Arcanine. And Paramitha is bringing the Drifblim Lele team with Drifblim, Paramosa, Tapu Lele, Garchomp, Tapu Koko, and also Arcanine.
So actually, this is the team that Paramitha brought on the last tournament, but we don't really know whether it is the exact same team, or maybe he want to change her Arcanine. She want to change her Arcanine a bit to have the extreme speed, so we didn't get to be defeated by losing the speed tire. But of course we also have Frendi on the left side bringing the good stuffs of VGC17, but instead, I guess that's the GACT core, but instead of Celesteela he's bringing a Hariyama, which is a really good call with the meta full of Snorlax.
Yes, and I think both players have chosen their leads and chosen their teams. And give it a round of applause for the last chance qualifier, the 5th Swiss round here in the studio, Jakarta. We have Frendi against Paramitha.
Really simple name for both players.
Yeah. Frendi and Mita. And we have Arcanine and also Kartana lead from Frendi, while Paramitha is sending out her Paramosa and also Arcanine. Okay. So double intimidate from one intimidate from each side.
Okay, so we see that the Intimidate from Mita's Arcanine activating first, but this still could be a speed type. We have to watch it for a
But it's pretty rare.
turns.
It's pretty rare that Arcanine can be speed type because Arcanine has a lot of
yeah,
spread.
Arcanine has a lot of spread, so yeah, we have to still watch for the next turn maybe. But yeah.
But the Kartana here is not really good position.
Yes, of course with the Intimidate, so Frendi might want to just switch it out. And actually, Pheromosa usually build a bit mixed, so yeah, Pheromosa can still maybe fire a strong Ice Beam to the Kartana slot and doesn't really care about that Intimidate drop. So this, or maybe if Paramitha Paramitha is also being scared of the extreme speed, he can try to switch in a Tapu Lele, set up the terrain and block the extreme speed or other priorities.
Yes, and as we see, Frendi is bringing back his Kartana, send out a Porygon to probably wants to set up a Trick Room as he sees Pheromosa is on Paramitha's side of the field with potential Lele, but Protect comes out from Paramitha's Pheromosa and the Flamethrower from the Arcanine onto the Kartana slot, and the Arcanine opt for a Flare Blitz going onto the Pheromosa, which is protected. And so it's pretty much a good turn by Paramitha for dealing a bit damage to the Porygon 2.
Yo, so we see that Paramitha's Arcanine is actually a special variant, so doesn't really care about the Intimidate, and also it is still going faster than Frendy's Arcanine, so it could be in the fact that Paramitha's Arcanine is still faster. But now, if the Pheromosa is actually the special variant with the Vicinium Z of Focus Blast, this could knock out the Porygon, and that could be really big. Although if Mitha does that, then he have to trade it with the Arcanine or the Pheromosa, yeah.
But we see the Town coming out onto the Porygon 2, not letting to set up a Trick Room, and the Flare Blitz going onto the Pheromosa. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. Is it a Focus Sash? It is a Focus Sash. Going to survive for one more turn. And Porygon 2 will move right now, and there's the return onto the Pheromosa. It's really big and picks up the KO onto the Paramitha's Pheromosa.
Yeah, this is actually really big. Okay, so the Porygon, especially that the Porygon has the attack boost. So actually, this is like personally my favorite kind of Porygon 2, just because it can take advantage of its attack boost, and now we see it is having the return, and also Tapu Lele is switching in, and actually Tapu Lele is like a 2-hit KO with a plus, possibly a 2-hit KO with a +2 Porygon. So this is a really big turn, big reveal by Frendi.
Yeah, so and Frendi is actually coming out from Bangka Belitung. He does not want to lose. He have his set on joining the grand final tomorrow, and right now Porygon 2, even though he can the Porygon 2 cannot set up the Trick Room, but still can deals of a decent damage, especially onto the Tapu Lele.
This is what really good from the return Porygon, because it can still deal a lot of damage, especially that Tapu Lele is the really bulk specially, so it hits on the lower physical side, and that's a bit good advantage. But the problem is whether the Porygon 2 will survive a double target, but I think there's no double target because he switched out the Arcanine.
Yes, they switched out the Arcanine and sent out the Garchomp. So all 4 Pokemon have been revealed from Mitha, and there's the Arcanine using Protect. Tapu Lele uses Dazzle Gleam, going for some chip damage onto both of these Pokemon. Not going to do a lot of damage on the Porygon 2, and Tapu Lele is revealed to be a live or variant, and the return is going on to the Tapu Lele. Huge damage right there.
As I said that the return +1 Porygon is a 2-hit KO for most of Tapu Lele. So
it's a really huge damage.
This is really big, but the thing is that the Frendy's Arcanine can still not do an extreme sweep because of the terrain. So we see that Frendi is having a Tapu Koko, so maybe no, but it's still a bit scary to defeat Garchomp. So I guess Frendi can just play a bit safe by maybe targeting the Lele with the Arcanine, or maybe switching out the Arcanine for something a bit bulkier to the Kartana, maybe baiting the possible Z-move from the Garchomp. So yeah.
Well, but the Garchomp Shears, I think it can still set up
with a Swords Dance, yeah. But on the other side, Porygon 2 is also threatening the Garchomp with an Ice Beam.
Yes, and Arcanine is being sent back by Frendi, going for the Kartana once more. Going to pick up that KO onto the Tapu Lele, but Tapu Lele decides to use a Protect, and we see the Garchomp is going to be an Earthquake, doing a huge damage probably onto both of these Pokemon.
That's not huge.
It's quite
Mama.
Okay.
In Japanese,
Mama, right. And Tapu Lele is protected by the return from the Porygon 2, and the Town wore off. So on the very next turn, if Porygon 2 can just set up a Trick Room and control the speed.
I still would say that that last turn goes to Mitha just because. Oh, what? Okay, no. Okay, I'm a bit surprised with the forfeit, but I think the last turn still goes to Mitha just because that now the Porygon 2 is probably on the knockout range of Tapu Lele Psychic, especially in the terrain. So there's a good
chance.
The Porygon could survive if Frendi changed the terrain, but the problem is that the Garchomp can just still target the Porygon 2 slot. Especially maybe the Garchomp wanted to play safe and just punish all kind of switching. The Garchomp can choose to do a Z move maybe to the Porygon 2 slot.
That's a timeout from Frendi, and Mita decides to withdraw her Tapu Lele and sending out Arcanine once more, going to intimidate both of these two Pokemon, which of course with the return of from the Porygon as well. And there's the Leaf Blade from Cortana going onto the border, which is the Garchomp. The Rough Skin activates, doing some decent damage, and the Rock Slide from Garchomp going to connect onto both of these Pokemon. Will we see a flinch onto the Porygon too? And there's a flinch! So there are no Trick Room!
That was big because if Randy was able to set up the Trick Room, then this game is really on his advantage. Especially that now the Garchomp is cheap. Porygon 2 can just try to recover bit saver, then fire Ice Beam to the Garchomp slot.
So I think it's the curse from the caster's mouth.
Yeah.
It always is. When we say it's flinch, it's probably flinch. And the Cardinal is being sent back, going to send out the Arcanines, just trying to recycle the Intimidate from Frendi, which is quite a good play. Going to Intimidate, of course, that physical attacker, both of these, the Garchomp physical attacker, and the Protect coming out from Arcanine doesn't want to get any damage from both of these two Pokemon, and also his own.
But with the Intimidate,
Garchomp.
will it survive? If it survives, this will be good.
And it doesn't. It survives! It survives! Both Pokemon survive! And Arcanine decides to eat his Pinch Berry, going to recover 50% of itself. And the Trick Room comes on! Oh, the Porygon too! And that's going to be big because Frendi right now, he can control the
speed.
The speed control.
Now Frendi is having the speed advantage, the speed control, and actually I began to doubt that Mita's Garchomp is holding a Z move. But yeah, I think the safest play is just Porygon to recover first, and maybe the Arcanine, I don't know, maybe the Arcanine can switch out for something, a Pokemon. Frendi still have one Pokemon left, so maybe it is a slower Pokemon, maybe like a Hariyama or something. Because Tapu Koko doesn't do really well on Trick Room, but yeah, I guess Frendi has to recover the Porygon 2 first, and if the Garchomp doesn't have a Z move, then it will be really great for Frendi.
Yes, especially when the Porygon 2 is still on a very low health, but can just go out for the recover on this very next turn and the Protect from the Arcanine and recover, as we said before, from the Porygon 2 just to heal some damage from the Earthquake that is getting before, and the Snarl onto this, but connects onto the Porygon 2, reduces the special attack by 1. And we see once more a Z move from Paramitha. And there's the Tectonic Rage from Garchomp going eat up and going to send one of
I think this should be to Porygon 2 slot just because Porygon 2 threatens Paramitha's team a lot.
Yes, and actually also the protected Arcanine only 25%
I think it should survive.
It should survive.
It should survive.
It survives.
So there was a really good call from Frendi. And yeah, the second trend is out. Now the Porygon 2 is pretty much sehat serta mulia in Bahasa Indonesia. We can call it, what is it? Pretty much healthy in English, and can fire off a what is it? The Ice Beam.
Ice Beam or even.
But with the -1 from Snarl, I think Frendi has to double target the Garchomp slot. But yeah, the Garchomp can still protect. So again, this could be comes to some mind games. But actually in Frendi's team, the Arcanine is pretty hard to be knocked out. So yeah, I think Frendi still have to think about the Arcanine.
Yeah, Mita's Arcanine is pretty much hard to knock out.
But gladly the Arcanine is a special variant. So yeah, I guess most of the Pokemon in 17 is designed specially.
And it's actually going for the helping hand onto the Porygon 2, and the Protect from the Arcanine doesn't want to get any damage, especially from the return. And the Ice Beam, and it's going to be killing the Garchomp.
It is?
Even though after -1.
Of course, helping hand. Oh, so it seems that
It's a good play. It's a good play.
Yeah, it seems that most of the Arcanine in the stream is being really helpful for its teammates by helping hand. Okay, so Paramitha is down to his last 2 Pokemon. I didn't keep track of the Trick Room, but I guess it still has two or 1, yeah. And the Lele was live orb, so I think the Lele can protect. But I think the play is just from Frendi to recover, so it will be on a pretty good health. and then on the next turn the Porygon can do another Trick Room and not being dead by being double targeted. And I think the safest play from Arcanine is Arcanine just target the Tapu Lele slot.
And there's the recover once more from the Porygon 2. Decides to heal back himself onto full health, and the Arcanine uses a Flare Blitz going onto the Tapu Lele, picks up the KO onto
My
the
prediction
Tapu
is
Lele.
good, right?
Yeah, of course. But you know, it's an obvious move actually, and the Arcanine is going to go for a Flamethrower onto the Porygon 2, which is not going to do a lot of damage, and I think Frendi is taking this first game of the best of best of 3 Swiss.
Yeah, this is a really good showing from Frendi. He even haven't revealed his last Pokemon yet, I guess. And yeah, Porygon 2 with the help. Porygon 2 really plays a big role, so I actually play a similar Porygon 2 with Frendi. So yeah, this is really just taking advantage.
Also, the last Pokemon is Tapu Koko, as we can see.
Especially because the Trick Room is what is it? The Trick Room is going to end this turn.
And there's the return onto the Arcanine, normal return, and a Flamethrower going for the Porygon once more. Not even 50%, and there's the Tapu Koko.
Yeah, Tapu Koko is now with the fastest Pokemon on the field, and also the Electric Terrain boosting its electric attack by 15% damage. So I guess it is a possible knockout range from the Thunderbolt. Well, actually, Frendi chose to reveal the item from its Tapu Koko.
But why?
Sure, but yeah, we can see that Tapu Koko is focusing his energy, trying to reveal a throw to do the Gigavolt Havoc, sending a big needle of lightning, going to zap the Arcanine. This should be a one-hit KO from that kind of range. Yeah, so Frendi takes the game 1.
And yep, but we still have second game and potentially third game if Mita decides to bring it onto the third game. And I think Mita's play is not really that exceptional. Probably she needs to counter the Porygon 2 not to set up the Trick Room, and also fully use the Drifloon and Tapu Lele to control her team more. Especially also on the Frendi side, he has the Kartana, Garchomp, and also Tapu Koko, which is a relatively fast Pokemon.
But actually, I think the Mita play on the last 2 turns of the Trick Room is a bit questionable, because I think she still can protect with Tapu Lele, but she didn't choose to protect, and Frendi can just knock it out. But even though Mita is playing with Drifloon and Lele, it is pretty hard because
there's the Porygon 2.
Wait, Drifloon can you still win? But okay, if the Lele doesn't have Taunt, the Lele has to pack a Taunt. But yeah, we still don't know yet. But I think what is also a bit pretty important is that Frendi has revealed a lot of information from his Porygon 2 being a mixed attacker by having return, and also the Z move on Tapu Koko and the Pinch Berry on the Arcanine.
So probably that information will be taken into consideration for Mita to bring her next 4 Pokemon onto this second game. And you know, in the best of 3 Swiss rounds, you just want to know as many information as possible, because that information will be going to be used probably on you yourself on the very next round. So sometimes on the first game, even though if I lost, it's fine. I just want to gather as much as information on the second round so I can win the game.
Yeah, so it is up to Mita. Can she make the information that she gained from the previous match going to be useful, and try to snatch a comeback in this match?
Yes, I think we are going to the second game between these 2 trainers. Between Frendi and also Paramitha, and there's the wide screen going on. Alright, I think
this team still stuck, so yeah, try to switch to another screen first, I guess. But yeah, we can see that. Okay, that's
Arcanine and also Garchomp is being sent out from Paramitha. Okay. And also Frendi is sending out the Arcanine and also Kartana lead once more.
Okay, so the Intimidate plays really well. I mean, Mita's Intimidate, because we see that both of Frendi's Pokemon, Kartana and the Arcanine, are physical attackers. And the Intimidate is also pretty big to the Garchomp. Yeah, and we actually see that the Garchomp was a Z-move variant, so I think Frendi can play a bit more careful with that information.
Yeah, because with the technical rage, even though it's on the -1, and if it's double targeting the Arcanine, it can pick up a KO onto the Arcanine.
Yes, it is.
Even though if potentially because Arcanine has a lot of move pools and Arcanine can just hold have the access uses helping hand tectonic rage, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, but yeah.
And Cortana is being actually sandbag, going out for the Porygon too. And if there's the download going to raise the special attack by 1, but Arcanine is being sandbag, double set
Oh my God!
switching onto
You
the
know what?
Garchomp.
You know what? This is actually my Garchomp. I traded him my Garchomp. That's my nickname. Okay,
So,
then skip
right,
it.
there's the Rock Slide going onto both of these Pokemon and Flamethrower onto the Porygon 2 and just do some chip damage. But Porygon 2 can just easily,
Yeah, so
sets up a
actually,
Trick Room right now.
I think the point is that now Frendi realized that both of Mita's Arcanine and Garchomp cannot really stop the Trick Room, and actually if Porygon 2 can survive a double target, he can set up a Trick Room easily, and especially with the special attack boost. Now I think Frendi can just re-switch his Arcanine into the Garchomp slot just to intimidate the Garchomp more and set up a Trick Room. I guess that's the better play from Frendi.
Yes, but not to mention crits do happen.
Okay, that crit still could happen. A Z-move crit still
But
could happen.
in this very game, you don't want to make so much gamble onto your game,
Yeah.
especially if you lost your first round. And probably Mita just want to change his Pokemon a bit, wants to set up so that probably her team can adapt to the Trick Room better. But Boar is actually using a Swords Dance, which is a Garchomp, going to raise the attack by 2 stages. And there's the Snarl and avoided the attack. Not really that matters, but minus special attack -1 to the Porygon 2. And there's the Tectonic Rage from Frendy's Garchomp, and it's going to be
To the
taking
Arcanine slot. Should be to the Arcanine
a
slot.
slot. Yes, and taking one of Paramitha's Pokemon to the center of the earth with a blast. And there's to the Arcanine, bringing down onto the center of the earth with a huge blast of rock, ground, and lava, and picks up the KO onto the Paramitha's Arcanine, which is a potential threat onto
And
especially.
Porygon 2, are you setting it? No.
No, it's going for the Ice Beam directly, and it's going to be a huge knockout. Still survives, but it's a bit hard.
That's because of the snarl play of Mita, but I think actually getting into a Trick Room is still a better play just because most of Mita's Pokemon are fast and furious type. So actually, as we see also, the Garchomp from Frendy's side, the HP bar is pretty high, above 200, so that could be a pretty bulky Garchomp. Now I think with the Tapu Lele, the Porygon 2 is a bit threatened by to hit KO, but
But sometimes if you do a +2 Earthquake, it can be
okay. Oh,
it's a +2 Earthquake, so it can
no,
deal
it's not actually plus 1 because of the
it's really,
intimidation.
sorry, a +1. And a Tectonic Rage should
Okay.
pick up the KO onto the Porygon 2,
But-
or even onto the Garchomp.
No, but the thing is that if he's going to Earthquake, she going to Earthquake, then he has to protect with Lele. So I guess the play is just a Rock Slide. I think going to fishing for some flinch on Porygon 2, but yeah, because I think the double target from Tapu Lele's Psychic and an Earthquake still won't knock out the Porygon 2, and if she indeed do an Earthquake, then Lele has to protect, and I guess that is what Mita's going to play right now.
Mita is going to do protect onto Tapu Lele, but there is the Tectonic Rage from Mita, Garchomp, and going to target one of Frendy's Pokemon after Frendy's decides to refill the Tectonic Rage from his own Garchomp, and there's Tectonic Rage going to use the Z move onto the Porygon 2, not letting the Porygon 2 to set up any more Trick Room.
I bet he will survive, I think.
And there's no survival from the Porygon 2. And the Porygon 2 is dead, so we are 1-1. And the Earthquake is going from the Garchomp's Frendy, going to be killing Paramitha's Garchomp. And so right now, Mita is down to her last 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, but the last Pokemon is still a mystery. But yeah, it's a actually lesson I a bit forgot that Mita still have a Z move. But actually, I don't really get it why Mita has to protect with the Lele, just because it is not an Earthquake. So actually, if Lele can fight off a strong Moonblast to the Garchomp, then the Garchomp should be knocked out because it is a life orb, and also this Garchomp is not the Assault Vest variant.
So, but I think right now, Tapu Lele can just set up Dazzling Gleam to break up Karana's potential focus sash, and also an Ice Beam from a Pheromosa should picks up a KO onto the Kartana, and also the Garchomp itself can still, deals off some pretty damage.
Yeah, so Mita have to choose which Pokemon is she
sacrifice.
going to target, and also Frendi has to make a good prediction.
And not bringing a Tapu Koko actually the Garchomp, his last Pokemon Garchomp, and send out the Arcanine going to intimidate both of these two Pokemon. Not going to be anything but probably just the Smart Strike is going to be hit.
That's a Scarf Kartana.
Oh no! That's not a Scarf Kartana, is it?
That's a Scarf Kartana because it is faster than Pheromosa, right?
Oh yeah, it's faster than Pheromosa, yeah.
It's faster than Lele, it's faster than Pheromosa.
So an Ice Beam onto onto the Kartana. She picks up the KO onto the Kartana.
Okay.
But she lost her.
Okay, but the main problem is that Pheromosa is really frail. Pheromosa is really
But
frail.
it's a Focus Sash.
Okay, but
It's a Focus Sash.
the problem is Paramitha is going to able to one-hit KO any of Frendy's Pokemon. Frendi can actually try to. I think the play from Frendi, if he wants to win the game, is to stall the terrain. Then on the next turn he can double target the Pheromosa. I think also the Arcanine can also do as extreme speed, but with the terrain it is still a bit hard. I think the Garchomp should have to protect now.
But Focus Blast avoided the attack!
Oh no!
And there's a Fire Effect going out to the Pheromosa, and there's one more health because of the Focus Sash, and Arcanine will picks up the second win, and the second game of the win to Paramitha, and Paramitha sadly needs to leave. She cannot participate on the grand final tournament because she misses her
Okay,
Focus Blast.
and so we have to give it up for Frendi from Pangkal Pinang winning the last game. So yeah, actually, I think the play from Mita using a Focus Blast is a bit questionable because you can actually play it a bit safer just by going from for an Ice Beam to the
But if
Garchomp slot.
But if you're going an Ice Beam to the Garchomp, for example, then an Arcanine just go for a Flare Blitz.
But
and
it
then
still have a sass, and if the terrain is still active for one more turn, then actually the Focus Blast might hit on the next turn. Yeah, but it is pretty hard because
it's pretty hard. It's
the
pretty hard.
Pheromosa can already hit the Arcanine with with a guaranteed damage, because if the Pheromosa want to hit the Arcanine, the Pheromosa has to do a Focus Blast, and Focus Blast is pretty much inaccurate.
Yes, only 70%. 70% accuracy. You probably don't want to do that at all. And I think it's enough from us.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing Frendi from Bangka Belitung here onto the caster's desk, and ask him about how does he feel about winning the game.
Okay.
And so I think guys will be right here on now with Frendi shortly.
Stay tuned.
Still stay tuned. Yeah, right. Once more, congratulations, Frendi, and we have the winner of the stream match you have watched just now. How do you feel after winning the match, Frendi?
Oke, gimana perasaannya habis menang match ini?
Lumayan senang. Karena sudah 2 kali jadi ya terbayar lah walaupun sedikit. 2 kali loss kalah. Iya.
Okay, so he's actually pretty happy with the result, and yeah, I think he has a better idea how to come to the match because he has suffered 2 losses in this tournament. So yeah, I think he's more prepared and played better.
So I think we are right now. Your score is 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. You have the chance onto the advancing to the next day, which is the grand final tournament. So what do you do if you happen to win? What do you do if you happen to advance to the next day? What preparation you will do tonight?
Okay, so di sini Frendi skornya 3-2, sangat tinggi chance-nya. Masih ada chance untuk lolos ke grand final. Kira-kira kalau lolos persiapan apa sih yang bakal dilakukan malam ini? Apakah mungkin ganti tim?
Timnya pasti akan diganti dan sudah sangat siap timnya.
Okay, so Frendi said that he will of course change his team, and he actually has prepared his another team. So I think he's pretty confident with his team.
So yeah, I think. And do you have anything you wanna say to somewhere else? Straight. So you are came far away from not from this island, right? You came out from Bangka Belitung, which is I think it's a beautiful city. I want to go there. And how do you feel you travel to? This is your first time travel to Jakarta, and also joining your first Pokemon tournament, and you have finished on 3-2, potentially, go for the advancing to the day 2. So how do you feel after all this day from morning until now?
Oke, jadi di sini kan Frendi datang dari luar pulau, dari Bangka Belitung jauh, dan ini travel pertama ke Jakarta. Ya, travel pertama ke Jakarta dari pagi sampai sekarang padat banget, dan sekarang Frendi kondisinya 3-2, sangat deket banget nih dengan bakal cut gitu. Gimana sih perasaannya gitu sekarang?
Ya semoga berharap bisa masuk grand final aja lah sih.
So yeah, he just hope for him to be able to cut and meet the other players on the grand final.
So finally, do you wanna have anything? Do you have anything to say to someone at home, just to say thanks for this anybody support, or you don't have any message to anyone you wanna talk to?
Kalau bahasa radionya kirim-kirim salam ada nggak?
Terima kasih telah mendukung banyak, dan maaf kalau seandainya nggak bisa masuk grand final, gitu aja.
Okay, so yeah, he just want to thanks to everybody who has supported him, and yeah, he apologized if he didn't make the cut in the end, but yeah, actually that's yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll be rooting for you if you go for tomorrow. We hope you for the best, and if you don't, if you even don't cut for tomorrow, just have fun. You know this event on the Hanjaya 10. There's a lot of event you can just watch, and join the fun with our players. Have some casual talk, have some casual matches, but I do hope for you, especially, to advance to the next day.
Ya kita juga masih berharap untuk Frendi bisa dapat cut. Jadi kalau cut ya selamat, tapi kalau enggak ya semoga kita masih tetap bisa have fun di sini, kita nontonnya sebenarnya dan ngobrol-ngobrol main dan banyakin perkenalan aja sih.
Right, so I think that's all from us. And so guys, if you want to see who will be cutting for the next day onto the grand final, we'll be showing the result shortly. So stay tuned until we post who will qualify for the next day.